Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is showtime. Hi, guys. Back again. Didn't do any playing earlier, last night or today. I did do a little crafty poo, and that was the only thing I've done. I made myself a void gauntlet. Can I get out of this crappity town this way? No, that way. Alright, fine. We're off. So hopefully we'll just run into some easier mobs that I can whack on the way and get a couple skills up in a void gauntlet. Say like this dead fellow right over here as a starter. Squash. Good evening to whoever's joined me. Hi, Heidi. How you doing? All that good stuff. I have been playing a little bit of D4, but I have not been playing Vessel of Hatred. I just don't think that they have yet... Hey there, adventure awaits? Well, let's not get carried away. I just don't think that I've gotten my original money out of the game that I bought a year and a half ago, so I'm not going to give them any more of my money until I feel that they've earned it. Made some more improvements in D4, but they needed them, so there. Turkey. I wonder if by killing a turkey with void magic, it makes them taste like smoked. There's Void Gauntlet 2 already. You just need to murder some stuff. It's easy. Let's see. Ice Void Gauntlet. My understanding is Void Blade is a really good melee skill. Basically turning your Void Gauntlet into a Void glaive kind of thing. Like that. And I certainly think you should probably agree that it's at least it's cool looking. Ah, but it does go away if you choose to harvest. Got it. So what I am thinking now, if you can call it that, if you can dignify it by call it thinking, is maybe for the 15th launch, since the Ice Gauntlet has been doing good ranged damage, my understanding is that you can make the Void Gauntlet work as a melee weapon, and my only problem with the Ice Gauntlet is you kind of want something that can do decent blocking for difficult fights as a secondary. And so this might just be the appropriate thing. Like that. again. What am I looking for? I'm looking for something around here. Let's... Another undead out here. He's got a bow. He named sort of bossy dude. Void Gauntlet up to 3 already. I need to read the tribute and reparation zone. We've got to work our way around. Hi, how you doing? I'm Lens. I'm only gonna steal your milk and sugar. Oh, isn't that nice? They've got milk and sugar over there. For the kids.
To the Honorable and Wise Lady Medea. I can certainly understand your displeasure with the town of Corinth for not delivering the seasonal tribute on schedule. But I hope you will accept my apology and renewed commitment to honor.
Well, hello there, if that's the same old Willie /Billy, silly or not. Welcome back. Saw that you had refollowed not too long ago.
That very reason, he has been removed from office. I have been sworn in as the speaker. Solemn hope the proclamations our settlement once enjoyed. In this card, you will find different quantities as recompense for the delivery. I hope you will please reconsider any actions you have taken against our town as punishment for our failure. I know that with your guidance, we can return stronger and more
go ahead and
than ever.
eat a little snack.
Your humble servant, Satvik Agrawal, Speaker of the Winds.
Hey, don't worry about it. Lurking's fine.
Every time I have to see the terrible fate that's befallen my fellow druid, this would suggest, yes, she may not listen to reason, but she must be confronted.
That, I believe,
my powers pale compared to
was
hers,
Ding 21.
so I'd be of little help. But if anyone can defeat a powerful sorceress like Medea, it will be my last hope.
If memory serves, you were interested in New World back in the day. In which case, I'll assume you're aware of Newer World opening in a week. That's just the name I came up with. So I will be playing in a week with the new system. I'm basically just going through, reacquainting myself with the game, figuring out what I'm going to use. Right now, I'm kind of leaning towards both gauntlets, Ice and Void. And so right now, I'm playing with the Void gauntlet for the first time, in basically since they brought it out. Oh, look at the adorable little rabbits. The class are more for your skills. Weapons don't matter. That is true, but my understanding is that your initial class choice, as well as, or the archetype choice, as well as giving you 3 skills of the crafting skills at level 50, it also will reward you with items for storyline quests that are appropriate for your starting gear. So if you were going to go occultist, I think it was, where it was fire staff and ice gauntlet and light armor and stuff, and int base, when you level up, not level up actually, when you get quest rewards from the main story quest, you will get rewards that are consistent with your starting gear. It's not a huge deal. Oh, Strider EB has raided with a party of 6. Sadly, still, the damn thing does not actually make an announce when I get a raid. I had to pick that up. Hello, hi there, good evening everyone. I'm Lens. Welcome. just talking a little bit about the upcoming New World or Newer World. What do you think? Renew World or Newer World? Which is starting in a week, which is sort of some big in-game changes and also adding cross-play to consoles. New World? Okay, I'll buy that. It's longer. Played a ton when New World when it came back out. Well, if you are not familiar with it, they are having sort of another relaunch in a week. Also, if you previously purchased it, and I'm guessing you did since you played a ton of it, the expansion will be free for anyone who doesn't have it. So if you never bought the expansion when it came out, you get that free. There are also some additions, not a huge number of additions, but things like a starting archetype that gives you some crafting advantages to start and will give you some gear, that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm not sure how many hours I've got. Well, I can find out. Let me find out. Because I have played since Alpha. One of the very early alphas. 225.3 hours. So, you probably have me beat, but not by a bunch. Give me a second here to get all of my stuff back in place. That's the wrong button, that's the right button, and that's the other right button. For anyone who hasn't played it, there is a lot to like in the game. It has a mixed past, I would say. Oh, come on now, you're beating me by an hour. That's not for long. If you don't log in right now, I'm going to have you beat in about an hour. It has a mixed bag past. My opinion on it, obviously I like it, is that the core gameplay loop is very satisfying to a lot of people. But to a lot of people, they look at the core gameplay loop and they say, how could anyone like that? So it has a very wide range of opinions on it.
It's
Well,
for nothing.
If you're interested in playing when the new thing launches on next Tuesday, you get the expansion for free. That includes mounts at level 25. Most likely we'll come back to it, but I'm glad it's getting a big update, though. It was fun and hell till the end game. They've added stuff at the end game, too. I've never really gotten to the end game. My highest level is 55. And I mostly play solo, so most of the end game stuff is going to be raids and the like. But certainly, I think adding the console is an additional way for the game to succeed. And I always thought that there was a really good core gameplay loop here. I'm going to back away from the bison so he doesn't get angry with me. Yeah, and I've always found the core gameplay loop very satisfying. I like open world type gameplay. One of the reasons why I play so much Guild Wars 2. And I think this has got a quality open world feel to it. Running around, doing stuff, harvesting stuff, that kind of thing. But I do understand why people don't like it. I mean, they've added quests and the like. Initially, it didn't have those, really much to speak of. But I like a kind of unfocused gameplay. A lot of people want a very strict gameplay, and this didn't really have it. It has more of it now than it used to, certainly. Right now, I'm gathering hemp. No, it's not to get wasted, as far as you know. It is a core element to making light armor. Hemp, you get fibers from. Fibers, you make linen from, so on. It's interesting in that you can use any weapon combos you want. You can have 2 of them at a time. So I'm currently using 2 different kinds of gauntlets because I'm testing out to see how that'll work for the launch. And as you level up, you get points to spend in attributes, and you level up each weapon separately. And there are a bunch of trade skills. These are the individual crafts, and these are the various gathering skills. So it's a fully fledged, honest-to-God MMO. I don't know how much more stuff they're really adding to the game with the relaunch next Tuesday. I know they, as an understatement, they alienated an enormous number of the long-term players when basically they added no new content and didn't fix things for about 6 months, and they kept telling everyone, just wait. We got a big thing coming in, I think it was June. Big thing coming. And the big thing coming was mostly
darkness,
just the console
death,
launch, which was nothing if you're a PC player. So basically they blew off their current player base for 6 months. This has not engendered a lot of goodwill from the community.
Those were an application to join the order. She's been training, and she speaks with discipline. There may be hope for the Iron Rose yet.
We can.
I will take her on as my page, teach her our ways. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome. I don't have a mount yet, so I can't apply that yet. But we've got more hemp. It will be very interesting to see. One of the changes they're making is instead of just dropping you into the world with nothing, you will come in, you'll choose an archetype, which will give you 2 specific weapons. Like the musketeer gets the rapier and the musket. The occultist, I believe is the name, gets the fire staff and the ice gauntlet. And each one will also come with a specific set of 3 of the crafting and gathering skills already at 50, which is a good head start. So historically, anytime there's a new server, there's a rush for certain particular types of resources. Early on, people want to find iron so they can make better weapons and better tools. And they want to find hemp so they can make various light armor things and bags, I think. And neither of them is especially plentiful to find, and so they are very valuable early on. It will be interesting to see how the dynamics work out, especially when some large percentage of the community is going to be brand new players from the consoles. As a console player, you'll have 2 choices of type of server. You can go with a console only, that would be either PS whatever or Xbox whatever, or you can go for the cross-faction one, which gets you both the other flavor of console and PC players. I am not certain as to how many console players will choose their console-only servers. I mean, I assume there'll be some because, well, things like, text chat is a lot more difficult on an Xbox or a PlayStation. Also, generally speaking, for PvP, in most games, PCs are way better. Hey, Major Kicks. Console or console? The console players. They do have a target lock for PvP, but I believe it's being looked at because that certainly is not part of the PC game historically, where it has a more action-based combat. where supposedly they're looking at whether they're going to change that or not for the launch. I think that is a big factor for PvP in the game. I'm not really a PvPer much, so I don't expect it to be much of a factor for me. Is that a bad guy? It is. It's a Thornhall Druid. Well, sure. Why not? I gotta say, the Void Gauntlet sword skill, where it summons up a Void Blade, it's just really cool looking. That's all I got. It's just really cool looking. What am I doing in here? I need to defeat Medea. Have some Medea, my dear. I am considering going Gauntlet. Is that the energy sword from Halo? Pretty close, visually, I would say, yeah. Now that you mention it, it does bear a more than passing resemblance. Void Gauntlet up to 4. Whoop. I guess if anything, you could argue the black and purple instead of blue. Well, the basic shape is very reminiscent of what I have seen of it from. I need more intelligence, guys. I think we can all agree that me getting more intelligence has just got to help with everything. No. I think I'm going to end up wanting that one. I'm going to let it sit for now. All right, where is she? Medea. Well, that's her. I was hoping her minions would die when she did, and they did. I have to grab a thing. Place the verdant gemstone. I have cleansed this place from all of the bad stuff. So yeah, no more bad stuff. Bad stuff taken care of. Ooh, an ancient coffer. Yeah, for me, if something goes down the wrong pipe, I turn into an ancient coffer. Whoop, she's back. I don't want to fight her a second time. That would be cheating. Wow, she's got a lot of friends. Did I get one angry at me? Yes, I did. Got him. Gotta say, it looks fucking awesome. I mean, it just does. Although I have to say that the wizard hat is not doing me any favors. Okay, I need to go there the other way, the other side of this whole thing. I get another one of those damn bugs chasing me? No, not this time. Not this time. Oops. Don't want to miss an opportunity to harvest. Medea, I didn't mean to kill you a minute ago. I guess maybe I didn't actually kill you. Maybe I just beat you up so that you got all healed and stuff.
You'll have to forgive me. I've just spoken with the sorceress Medea herself. I'm at a loss for words.
Well.
I still can't believe that you defeated her. That this is happening.
Well, I am kind of badass. Did you not get the memo?
She said that you've proven the people here are worthy. And that she allowed you to restore the final verdant gemstone.
I'm worthy, guys.
I think she wishes
I told
to speak
you.
with you now.
I'm telling you guys that for years. I am worthy.
To sit down.
Sort of. Not that much. A new fire staff. Called Night Sun. Seems a little, like, odd, but okay. So let's see, that's the one I was using, and it does 206 base damage. This does 188. It has empowering meteors. So I just don't think it's as good. It's a tier 3, but it's not as good as this little one I made myself. No, it's not. All right, well then, salvage. Turn it into parts. Hi, Medea.
Behold, the gifted warrior who bested me approaches. I am sorely tempted to test you once again.
Test me in what fashion? If you know what I mean. I mean, that was a smutty innuendo. Is that really necessary?
No, but it would be diverting.
I think she digs me.
You possess a rare power not found among newcomers to Aeternum.
Well, that's true.
Another possesses this power. But I will not speak her name. She is the herald of corruption, and far more dangerous than you.
Herald F. Corruption? That's an unusual name. I hear her voice in my head.
Oh. Then corruption already has its hooks in you.
Well.
They will be extremely difficult to remove. It would be foolish for me to take a stand.
Oh, so you're just going to stand aside and let things happen. That's a really interesting,
to blow over.
amoral point of view. Is there anything I can do?
There's an old man fishing
yes.
the river not far from here. His simple-minded demeanor belies great wisdom. Seek him out.
I'll
if
seek
you
him
would
out.
fight corruption.
Thank you, Medea.
As for me, I will bid you farewell. For now.
Let's see, and I think he's right over there. No, that's not him. Oh, where is he? I can't even remember the guy's name. There he is, right? Jonas. Yes, that's it. Well, before we get to Jonas, we've got somebody else to talk to. Mounts become available at level 25 now. The game didn't have them at launch. And I am now level 21. Probably won't quite make 25 tonight. But I might. Ooh, more hemp. Legal in my state now. The state of being wasted. Oh, hi. He's here by himself. I'm just going to left click him to death. Oh, he's not here by himself. Right there, he's doing his Curly impersonation. Nyuk, 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 nyuk. it would be more convincing if he had both hands. I don't know, does anyone today even know who the Three Stooges were anymore? I'm old. I'm so old. Margot?
Aeternum is a new land.
The buffalo?
of
I can do
you
that.
have
I have
my
no idea what it
gratitude.
is.
It's unlikely that they fell here from the sky. I'm sure they are just as confused as I am about the whole ordeal.
Venture into the Amrin. No. Read The Baffling Buffalo. Well, that's a big buffalo. I don't want to mess with a buffalo for no good reason. As to me, that seems like that would be a superb way of getting yourself flattened. And then having them dance on your face. Believe it or not, every year, I know it happens in Yellowstone, I assume it happens in other parks as well. There are people who walk up to the bison and just want to pet them. It goes about as well as you would expect. Someone wanting to just pet a, I don't know, 1,500-pound knot of gristle and horns. Not great for the stupid people. I am just having a hemp gathering festival right here. I have 1,200 of it on me right now. I feel safe in saying I have never had 1,200 hemp on me at any one single time in the past. But this is a mature server. It's been around for a few years, so the player base is generally pretty high level. I mean, there's more hemp over there, but not necessarily the most gripping of viewing. But I will grab the really ripe nodes. Do not mess with the bison. Sound advice. But despite the warning signs in the public parks saying, hey, don't be an idiot. Don't try to pet the enormous, monstrously large creature. There are still people who want to try and pet the enormous, monstrously large creature. Not only that, there are copious signs up saying, don't walk in this area. Don't look down into the geyser. And yet people do that all the time too. Don't be those people. See, this is the kind of core gameplay I was talking about that I find very satisfying, which is I'm working on quests, and as I'm going, I'm gathering materials that I can use for crafting later. And I'm skilling up my skills. But I can completely understand, like I said, that there are some people who are just going to look at this and go, what are you doing? You're just running around, gathering stuff with occasionally reading something or killing a couple of mobs. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean by I find it satisfying. It ain't for everybody. Do I have to go back to that guy? Yes, I do. Oh, hi. Grabbing supply crates. It will be nice when I get to 25. Ooh, I'm close to 22. To get the mount. The mount speeds up transit a great deal. There are the equivalent of teleport points that you can teleport between certain locations, but
What have you uncovered about our
the
furry-
spheres seem to be involved.
Interesting.
I'm going to get
I'll have to
an
check
item
with
for
them.
my house. I don't
I
have a
believe
house
you have
yet,
been
but I'll
researching
have one
those.
eventually.
There is so much to uncover about this strange and bounteous land. Its mysteries and troubles.
Weapon master, we now have an additional point in both eyes. Ooh, also, ooh. No. Enemy is hit by the mighty spike. That's the last of the spikes. Let's go with that one. And then Void Gauntlet. Yeah, I think we want to work our way down. Alright, 408 meters away. So that'd be about 440 yards, about 1,320 feet, about a quarter of a mile. Oh, let's not tickle the bison, shall we? Not here for you, big guy, or big gal. I'm not gonna judge. The operant part was the big. There is so much hemp out here, it's just blowing my mind. They may have increased the number of spawns. That's certainly possible. I have almost 1,500 fibers. And I'm 22 now. At 23, I have a couple recipes I can make for level 23 light armor. Those are magnificent, I think? Yes, magnificent hat, boots, and pants. Of course, anyone who knows me knows that any pants I'm wearing are magnificent. This is, I think, part of one of the multiplayer PvP events where there are different locations you can claim when the event is going for rep and rewards. I haven't yet had a chance to make it to one of the faction NPCs and start getting faction rep on this character. But then this character is mostly about me trying to learn
Away with
what
you,
things I want to
ghost.
use for
You'll scare
a
away
week
the
from now.
fish. I remember you
Modest
not
tackle
and care
box.
not to. Even if I offer you.
What do you know of
but you
corruption?
remain. Only those who seek misery would ask such a thing.
Well, I seek misery.
You should banish your misery, like I have banished mine. If you do not, only terrible things can come of it.
I keep hearing a voice in my head.
I do not see a hole in your head. Perhaps a hole in your mind.
There is a hole in your
The stones
mind.
to the north are useful to fill such holes.
That
You can
is
read them
from
if you
Babylon
can find
5's, I think,
them.
very
Replace
first
your
pilot episode.
ghost with others.
I will accept this quest. Oh, hermit fisherman. Kind of a weird job, dude, but, you know, you do you, as the saying goes. The modest tackle box has a common wooden fishing pole and some bait. My current fishing pole is, I think, a wooden fishing pole. Yeah, no difference. So, we'll salvage that. One of the additions they're making to the game, exactly 1 week from now, is swimming. Right now, there's no swimming. You walk across the bottom. And if you can't make it to the other side,
Truly
you
think
die.
the wisdom in some old stones will save you.
So that'll be a nice addition. One that we've been asking for forever. I need to slash through the vines until I find the stones Jonas mentioned. Alright, we have got undeadites running around here. That guy coming? No, but he's in my way, so. So he had to die. It's an ancient urn, you know. We have another one down here that I missed because I'm bad at games. Whee! And another one down here. And probably one all the way back up where I just was a minute ago. Because I started with the wrong one because I'm, remember, bad at games. Oh well, it's fine, really. So I have been playing a little bit of D4, but aha, I have not been playing D4 Vessel of Hatred. Whoops, some of the new stuff. It's pretty good. But I don't think that the game has given me enough game for the money I spent for the original version to give it another $40. So I'm just playing the base version of the game with the various changes that have been made. Knocking me off the damn stairs. That's just cheap. Jerk. Ooh, we've got a celestial mage. We had a celestial mage. Oh. And he had a little friend with him. Or two. Oh, another celestial mage. Hey, dude, seriously. I killed you once. Why won't you let me pick the soul sprout? There we go.
In memory of Soul Warden Ramanos Avila, bearer of the Eternal Torch, who
we got
served
another
as straddle
one up there.
centuries. All souls fade in time, but he held steadfast against the darkness until now. May his sacrifice be a lesson to all who come after.
Sure. Everyone paying attention? Let his sacrifice be something for everyone who comes after. Cool. Good story. Thanks for sharing. bags are about 2/3 full. That last one was a tricky shot. Fortunately, I am a capable marksman. Another ancient urn. Really, they should, take better care of this place so you don't have people coming through tearing down all the vines that have grown up and give it sort of a nice, attractive ambiance. Just to see some words. Oh, look, it's another... Void Gauntlet is up to 5.
In memory of Soul Warden Christina Kretel, whose
There's
gaze
more.
never wavered. Her pursuit of humanity's best nature, her defiance of darkness, and her calm wisdom kept the flame of our hopes burning until the last. May her sacrifice be a lesson to all who come after.
Okay, everyone paying... I hope everyone's taking notes. This is going to be on the final. It's no fair to just back away while you slowly trim down the health on a poor, unfortunate undeadite with no legs, but I don't care. I'm good with that. Missed me. Didn't miss me that time. Not tonight, I'm not drinking, but am I still generally drinking it? Yes.
This place is familiar.
I found writings. What's a soul warden?
What were they? My mind itches. Yes, at that word.
Something in
Perhaps this is where my
Monarch's Bluff. Well, first things first, I'm going to grab some more honeycomb. I will most likely be enjoying that next week a couple of times, as a week from Saturday is my annual mortality reminder day. Another lap around the sun will be completed. But tonight, nothing. I got to do something in here. I've got to retrieve the abandoned armor scraps from some bad man or another. Oh, bad bear or another. Let's see. Ow! I don't think that was necessary. Oh. Grab his various bits. You mean the block? It works. If I time it right, the block works. Oh, you mean the shield on the back? Yeah, I know that. But at least this way it's not clogging up my inventory. Yeah, I just kind of wish... Ooh, is that... That's gold. I've got to be close to being able to get gold, and yet I cannot get it because I'm not quite there. What is my mining at right now? I hate to see. 42. 3 short of having it. Yeah, it adds extra weight, but the alternative is I'd be keeping it in my inventory anyway, and it would still be adding the weight. Unless you're saying it adds weight to your armor. In which case, having it on my back would be a bad choice indeed. Let's see. Currently at 12.7. You are entirely correct. Thank you. He was right, guys. Don't let him know. You are 1,000% correct. Not even 100. I mean, 1,000% correct. I need to go back and talk to Jonas, presumably. That explains why earlier, despite having the rest in light and having a medium chest piece, I still wasn't getting light, and that's because I had that on. Thank you.
What does anything do in a bear cave? Perhaps it was napping. Yet there
Back
is...
in this direction. Continue your search for writings in the ruins. We got more writings we need to find. Well, now I need to find... Well, yes, clearly I'm a pro streamer. I've been doing it for more than 5 years. Clearly that's professional. For, like, not especially persuasive definitions of professional. I have received monies for it. Technically, a lot of times that would be professional. I'm not very good at it, but, you know. More deadites. There's no shortage of deadites around. Another ancient urn.
In memory of Soul Warden Reyes Vitan, devoted servant of the Order. He took no pride, no ambition in our sacred duty. All that was asked, and much that was not, he gave willingly.
Thanks,
By
Jonas.
his example, did others embrace our greater purpose. May his sacrifice be a lesson to all who come after.
It's a cool location. I like the design on this area. Pardon me. Another ancient urn. Missed me. I'm too spry for you. Did I miss one? No. It's crossed the way. Another player over there. Wow. whole bunch more places. This is, I mean, I've done this in the past. I just didn't remember it being this extensive.
In memory of Soul Warden Constanza Soberia, who gave all that was to be given.
Jonas.
May her sacrifice
presumably
be a
back
lesson
there.
for those who come after.
Thank you for your input, Jonas. I assume that's Jonas there. That is Jonas. They make these weird grunty noises. I'm not sure if they're following me or not. Oh, somebody's shooting at me. That much I was sure of. Enjoy the game. Excited for the relaunch. I'm not excited yet. I am looking forward to it. I expect I'll be excited come like Monday. I'm an old guy. It takes a lot for me to get worked up. But yeah, I am hopeful for it. Knock on wood.
I hear my own voice.
What happened to the
It
Soul
was
Wardens? It was corruption. It took their souls.
It took their souls. Those voices lost to time. It will take all of us before the sun sets on the world. You, sooner. If your voice cannot be silenced.
Right. Ooh, so close. We got a pike.
But there are a valiant. The voice you hear is not heard by all. And the power it pursues has become your burden to bear. Go on then.
Toughened leather helm.
Seek the strength of the Soul Wardens. Face the trial in the tomb of old warriors.
All right, we got some moats and almost 30 gold, and some more moats and 25 gold. A new piece of sheet music, because you can play music in this game. And these make level 23 light armor goodies that I'll be able to wear in like a 10th of a level or something like that. And I am up to almost 1,500 bleeping fibers. Alright, so there is Strength of Soul, enduring the trial of combat. So we have worked our way up, being close now to the capital of Everfall. Okay, and that's the citadel. Where's the... That's the orange recruiter. That is... Is that where the green recruiter is? Must be in town. And that's the purple recruiter. So we're going to head back this way anyway. Let's follow the road. We'll get there. We will talk to the recruiter for the syndicate. There are, those who are not familiar, there are 3 factions. You can join, at least for a while, you could actually kind of join more than one. At launch, it was just one. I'm not sure the current state of the game. Everfall is currently under the control of the guild Supple, evidently. Also, I got one for, my first one for Monarch's Bluff. I can buy a house there if I want to, and have the money. I have played before. A lot, yeah. I have over 200 hours, because I checked earlier. And I actually started in the alpha. One of the earliest alphas I got an invite. So back when it was still PvP-centric, for sure. I mean, 200 is not an enormous number of hours. I've got 6,000 in WoW and 5,500 plus in Latro and 4,500 plus in Guild Wars 2. So 200 is not a huge amount. But it's a game I always enjoy when I come back to. Yeah, like I said, it's not a huge amount. But it does only count... What did I just kill? Oh. I'm sorry. Who wants mutton for dinner? But that doesn't count the time I spent in alpha, and I would say I probably spent not quite as much, but pretty close. To recover from the withered. Well, I can wait. That's strength of soul. I'm heading all the way into town first. Oh, I've always enjoyed the game. But one of the reasons my time in it has been relatively limited compared to those other games is the other games I was playing with friends. And any game is better with friends. And so one of the things I'm hopeful for is I've got some friends who will be either coming to the game for the first time or coming back to the game on the 15th. So hopefully we'll get a functional, useful guild together and we'll do some stuff. We won't capture any cities or anything, but, you know, having a half a dozen people playing would be good. Increases the social element. It's one of the reasons I stream, is I enjoy the social part of games as well. Even though I mostly play solo, that may seem contradictory, because it does sound a little contradictory. I've got to grant you that one. Here we are in Oxborough. So I wanted to grab that guy. I mean, not physically grab him. That would probably be uncomfortable for both of us. Got a loom down here. I believe this house... No, it's not this house. This house is more expensive than the one I have on my highest level character. Yeah, this is 15,000, and even with a first house discount, that still would be very expensive. But it is a cool looking house. This is currently the highest rated house for this tract of land, as far as the points they have expended, or the number of points worth of stuff they have put into their house. So you've got garden gnomes, and you've got trees, and I'm not going to mess with anything, as the dog looks like it would not just tear out my throat, but gleefully devour my soul as well. So the housing is instanced. Oh, I like those beds. Very piratey. Piratey as hell, those beds are. Any game with housing, I consider housing a plus. I know not everyone does. There are plenty of players who look at housing and they just don't see any value. I've got a good friend and guy I've been gaming with for 50 years. almost 50, who doesn't care about cosmetics or housing at all. Zero. My weaving is now level 55. Let's see if I can make those items of clothing. Probably not, because I don't have all the stuff here. Yeah, I've got plenty of the stuff in the main town I've been living out of. And I'll just pick up the stuff there, and I will also... I mean, you can now move stuff between storages from different towns. It used to be every town's storage was separate. You could have storage in every town, but each one was separate. It's still separate, but now you can actually just sort of move stuff across between them. Like my commentary, very enjoyable gameplay. Thank you. Be stopping by another time. Have to work super early. I hope your day doesn't suck. Normally, getting up super early always sucks, but who knows? Maybe it'll be okay. Thank you very much for the kind words. Have a great night. Sleep well. And hopefully the not suck thing. All right, where is the correct way out of town? Is over here. Because I want to start the faction stuff, as that's a good way of getting gear as well. As well as just providing more quests for XP and the like. I have not checked in. That is correct. I have not checked in. Hit the right button. There you go. And there is the purple recruiter for the Syndicate. There are 3 factions. The Syndicate is the sort of underworldy feeling one. There's the religious feeling one, and then the military feeling one.
Please, please come. You look well equipped.
I am, but how can you tell? My pants aren't that
I
snug.
see that you are new to the island. Aid me, and perhaps I can shine some light on the darkness.
You offer knowledge?
Yes, and the most valuable kind. Indeed, if you assist. You see, I've been testing alchemical lures on the local wolves. Results were promising. Until one of the wolves consumed the bait and grew in both size and ferocity.
You're surprised the wolf ate your bait.
Well, expected that possibility, but not the precise nature of the reaction. We must annihilate the creature. Place this lure in their den and fight until the Alpha appears. Slay it, then meet me in the Enclave for your reward.
Sure, I can do that. War Thunder? I have played War Thunder. I don't know if you are interested in watching a streamer play, but I have a recommendation. He was a streamer I watched from the big competitor to War Thunder, World of Tanks, named Circon, short for Circumflexes. He is a Dutch streamer, I believe, and he streams mostly at night, American time, or early morning, his time, I suppose. If you want to see a guy who is really, really good at War Thunder, Circumflexes would be the guy. Circon. Flexes, but I'm not sure, he may have changed his name to just Circon, so Circon. He's really good, and I think he's funny too. I still watch him, even though I haven't played World of Tanks in probably 6 years, and I haven't played War Thunder in at least as long. Yeah, I can type it for you. Let's see. Twitch. And so if you do a search for War Thunder, and it should be just Circon, I think. But it might be circumflexes, in which case, like he flexes, would be the additional letters. The circumflex is basically the little up caret. Punctuation mark. He was an incredible World of Tanks player, and he is great at War Thunder. He has been playing more lately in about the range of about 7.0s, I think. When he's playing with friends, he tends to play the higher tiers. When he's playing by himself, I think he goes more sort of medium tier, so like 5s and 6s, I'm not sure. Again, it's been a long, long time since I played War Thunder, and I didn't play that much. Basically, I got to the point where I was running into T-34s all the time, and the T-34 was, and probably still is, overpowered. Oh, somebody else is in here, I think, doing the same thing. Maybe. I have to defeat the Alpha Wolf, which he just did. So I still have to activate it myself and do it again. But before I do, I'll grab the chest. Where's the big one? Come on. Come on. Looks like everything in here that was mineable has been mined by the guy who was here previously. The rat bastard stole all my stuff. No, evidently there is silver. Maybe he didn't have the skills for silver. But I do. There's another something. Must be just outside. More silver. I have to, yeah. So, to get to the headquarters for those guys, the other faction, I need to go all the way to there. And that'll open up that faction for me. And the rep gives you basically the ability to buy You get rep points, and you can use those to buy weapons, armor, various and sundry goodies. And is also one of the mechanics for PvP in the game. The three-sided PvP. Gotta be so frustrating. You've been undead for who knows how long, and somebody just casually murders you from 100 feet away while you stumble slowly towards him, hoping to catch up and at least get a single shot in, but no. Your reward is death, and then, in a blue flare, eventually, a dreadful rebirth. But it could be worse. Oh, okay, it's over here. We'll talk with the guy about the quest we just did for him. We'll get the waypoint. Showing off that he has a horse and I don't. Ding 23. Nice. We have our first point in Everfall. We can buy a house there if we choose to. I always start with the standing gain, which increases how fast you gain rep, and then storage, and then standing gain, storage, standing gain, storage, and then after that, depending on what I'm going to do with the town. Character, we have 6 more points in intelligence, and at 100, we gain extra damage to light and heavy elemental attacks, and more endurance. All right, where's the guy I'm supposed to talk to about the thing? Oh, right in front of me.
Thank you for helping to resolve those...
Well, I'm a helpful type.
unexpected consequences. We do important work here, studying Azos applications, but it is not without risks. Please come in. If you would, introduce yourself to Cleo.
Miss Cleo? Famous telephone fraudster?
Acquaintance of Aventus. His enthusiasm for research
Tell me
is
more about the
admirable.
Syndicate.
The Syndicate. Scholars,
Arcanists,
arcanists,
inventors.
explorers
Cool,
of every kind.
I feel right at home.
This land suits the intellectually curious.
I am intellectually curious. Also ineffectually curious.
After that mishap with the wolves, I must return to experimenting and trying anew.
The facilities are impressive.
Oh, you like them?
I do.
If you join us in the Syndicate, they will be yours to use. Azoth. Oh, you're sharp.
I am?
No
Yeah,
progress comes without danger. Take this bottle. Mind the cliffs. Follow the path into Brightwood. Go through the grove and then to the moat.
If memory serves, that is a really dangerous quest.
Consider that part of your test. You will know it when you see it. Oh, one more thing. Do not anger the creatures there.
Yeah.
You will find that discretion can often serve you far better than brute force.
Yes, thank you. I'm aware of that fact. Oh, it's close, but, yeah, it's like I said, dangerous. Besides, let's see. I can go there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... That is... Okay, I'm going to call to the inn. I'm gonna make my new clothes. They're magnificent. Their name says so, so they must be. Right? Pretty sure. Thought? And what is this thought that you are thinking? It's over here. No, it's not. I went the wrong way. But it's fine. I'll just go this way. All right, here we go. Magnificent hat. Gotta say, just looking at the picture, it doesn't look all that magnificent. So, oh, interesting. I can add perks, but I can't add Azoth to this. Okay. Linen arcane embroidery seems right. Intelligence seems good. Eight int, but not a perk. Well, that one sucked. Magnificent pants. Constitution should be fine. Again, no perk. So far, I am really disappointed with my not quite so magnificent as their advertised clothes. More con. Crippling Feral Rush. Sadly, Feral Rush, not a skill I actually have. Looks like a hatchet skill. Let's see. These are light. That's a lot more constitution, so even though the skill's not useful, I have magnificent boots. My magnificent pants. Current pants are 3 int, 3 focus, and increased arcane damage. 8 con, better stats. Not a bunch better stats, but hey. It's magnificent, and I have to wear them. And lastly, the magnificent hat of the scholar with 8 int. Sure. Yeah, that is a hat. I'm afraid I cannot agree with the assessment that it is magnificent. But it is definitely a hat. I cannot lie, it is a hat. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. There's no fighting in the war room. That is an old guy movie reference. Let's melt the iron we've got. Because we've got a lot. Our smelting is level 51. Let's see, up here, we've got our storage shed. We can throw the cooking stuff, the fishing stuff, the crafting mods, the resources, the arcana, the furniture. Thank you, Dr. Strangelove. It's indeed the correct reference. Thank you. Sometimes I do worry that when I reference something that is old, but also genuinely a classic, if nobody gets it, a tiny little iota of me dies. So thank you. That is a tiny little iota of me that doesn't need to die tonight. Some other night. Alright, so over here we've got track down the workers who betrayed Giacomo. Well, we're here, so it would be silly of me to not track down the workers that betrayed Giacomo. They're close. And I can mess them up. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm going to let him harvest it. He can harvest it. That was overly kind of me.
Miserable thieves.
Traveler's Rest? What's that?
Rest for weary
What's so important about these designs?
So many
Is that why your workmen betrayed you? I will accept the quest, starting housing furniture box.
So there's hope. The innkeeps or workers a few days ago discussing a notebook of secrets.
That is the trader's last campsite. Well,
If
sure.
you begin the hunt,
I will begin the hunt. I will hunt them down and I will murder them. Let's have a vote. Whose Italian accent was worse, his or mine? We did get another point in Everfall. Storage. Character, we have another point in Void Gauntlets. Let's see. 5% cooldown reduction on all abilities. On a critical. Seems pretty solid. 10% critical chance while all abilities are on cooldown. That seems pretty good too. Wonder if that's all abilities on both weapons or just the abilities on the current weapon. 10% critical chance while above 50% health seems really good to me. So I'm going to go with the one that seems really good. Because I like things that are really good. You might find that confusing given how bad I am at playing things. It's raining hemp tonight, guys. That's all I can say. Not interested in the trees. I just want the hemp, sir. I just want the hemp. This way. We'll give the wolf a little berth. I'm using Restream is the name of the website I use to do the restreaming. I stream to both Twitch and YouTube. A few years back I started uploading my Twitch streams to YouTube so they wouldn't vanish. And then when Twitch allowed you to stream to multiple platforms, when they changed their rules, I looked into it for a while and decided to try Restream. And frankly, I've had very, very good luck on YouTube. I have almost as many subscribers as I have followers on Twitch now, and I've been doing it for a much shorter time. Oh, it's back here. So, thank you, YouTubers. Thank you, Twitch viewers. can't harvest that. But I can harvest this. 735 meters away. That's a really long ways. My harvesting is at 69. Please feel free to say nice. I swear the internet has infected me. I like to think, memes and stuff, those are for weaker minds. But every time I see the number 69, my brain goes, nice. That's the expedition. We're not of a level to do that yet. Do I really want to track down Jerkamos? Don't think so. Let's see. Strength of Soul, Ancient Soul, Word and Test. Oh, fine. We'll track down Giacomo's jerks. Another 1.8 levels, and I will be able to get the horse. I have been far more successful with the YouTube than I expected to be. I mean, I initially just started doing the uploads, and I started getting people subbing when I wasn't even streaming on the platform. And they were looking at my VODs. So I'm really, really pleased with the way it's worked out. And a couple of times, I've done whatever was required. Didn't know what I was doing that did it. If I knew what I'd done that was doing it, I would do it again. I tickled the algorithm. And for instance, my my stream on the day that City of Heroes got their official license that allows them to be an officially licensed private server for City of Heroes. The Homecoming cluster. On the day they got that approval, I was going to be playing Horizon Zero Dawn starting on that day, but I said, no, I've got to play this. Some people are going to want to play now that it's officially licensed and isn't just a private server, because who the hell knows what's going to happen with a private server, so a lot of people don't want to be involved with them, but this one's officially recognized. So I did a stream on the introduction to the game. Any questions you've got, let me show you how the basics work, little pieces of advice. You just do it off the top of my head. And that got over 3,000 views on YouTube. And since then, I've cracked 1,000 a couple of times as well. When something specifically I did, no idea what it was I did that tickled the algorithm. I'm guessing people were looking up specific words that were in my title. So for instance, I think I got more than 1,000 for a couple of my streams on Lord of the Rings Online when they started the new legendary servers. So it's been very successful. Shockingly successful for me. I expected nothing. And I got way more. I consider myself fortunate to have any follows and subs. But between the two platforms, I'm over 1,500. So thank you guys. All of you. Even the ones who are neither subbed nor followed. Those who chat, those who don't. Big bison. All right, I'm 100 meters away from tracking down the traitors. Looks like another empty campsite. With a note. Burning greed. Where to next? 541 meters. know, as I'm running around here again, it has been hemp night. In game, only in game. I have not gotten baked this evening. So, I have been playing a little D4, but I don't expect I'm going to be streaming it. I might change my mind. But I'm playing the base game. I'm not playing the expansion. So, next Tuesday, 1 week from today, is the relaunch. Newer World. New World, or Renew World, however you want to call it. And I will be playing that. Possibly with friends. So you may have to put up with me chatting with some friends while I try and cover chat as well. I don't know. I don't know if they've even announced what time the stream will be starting. Or, sorry, what time the launch will be, let alone what time the stream will be. My stream will probably be, if it launches at the right time, it'll probably be at launch time. If it launches earlier than that, I probably won't be getting up early to play. Alright, search the traders' camp in the Chastened Steep. Couple more soul sprouts. And then a week from Saturday, so the 19th, is my annual Mortality Reminder Day, wherein I will be celebrating another lap around the sun successfully completed. I will be doing so with delicious adult leisure beverages. Not sure what I'll be playing, hopefully. I'll still be enjoying the new and hopefully improved version of the game. This game. That is dropping on the 12th. No, 15th. Venison. So what, something like 7 hours or 8 hours, I've managed to get a number of my crafting, harvesting stuffs anyway, up in pretty good shape. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I believe this summons a bad man. Indeed it does. I got Giacomo's notebook. Giacomo's going to be so happy. Giacomo Altaviti. That's a lot of honey. Quick scan. No ore anywhere. Giacomo is to the south. If I was to choose YouTube or Twitch, to stream to on a daily basis, I generally have more people watching on Twitch. So I would stick with that. But I would continue to upload my VODs. So that's a bit of a 50-50 proposition, I suppose. I mean, certainly, for anyone else who is streaming, I would recommend getting a YouTube channel set up, if for no other purpose than to archive. Yeah, I thought that was probably too high. If for no other purpose than to archive all of your Twitch VODs, so you can refer to them. You know, point people back to them. If nothing else, having reference for yourself. Void Gauntlet Mastery. Glowing Shrooms. I mean, as a viewer, Twitch has some problems that YouTube doesn't have. My understanding is that with YouTube, basically you can pause the stream, go to the bathroom, come back, resume watching the stream, and speed it up until it catches up with the live stream. And Twitch doesn't even offer that as an option with the ads. It would be a huge quality of life for a Twitch viewer to not miss out on everything that's being said just because an ad pops up.
Is that my notebook? Now the
It's
work
your
begins.
notebook.
The safety of a traveler's rest. Your cunning and resourceful.
A home
It
does
is
sound
sanctuary.
nice. Isn't the home
A haven,
expensive? I'm
friend.
sorry, I'm suddenly speaking like him.
Opportunity abounds.
Once you have a home, use the
Look
furniture
around
given,
and
create
you'll
your own
find
space, and then
prospects.
return to me for more stuff.
Once you have a home, use the furniture I've given.
I don't think I've got enough.
Create your own space.
I don't.
Then
I mean, I
return,
might have enough for the
for
cheapest
more work
home
remains
soon,
to be
but
done.
not yet. The call to the inn. For instance, one of the streamers I have historically watched when I could, he didn't stream that much, but did a lot of YouTube content, is Wooden Potatoes, and now he does his streams, all of his live streams, to YouTube. So it's a lot easier for me to have it in a centralized location for the people whose stuff I want to catch, like his. Whereas on Twitch, that mechanic, because it isn't by default a video. By default, it is a video watching. Live streams is what it's built around, whereas YouTube is built around watching videos on demand. Pardon the yawn, old man. Oh, I got another point in Monarch's Bluff. Storage, thank you. And we got another point in Void Gauntlets. I'm going to do a little reading up before I start spending. I think I'm going to call it here. A touch early. Why would Twitch offer that? It would be too inconvenient. Twitch prefers to just throw more ads at it. No, well, the thing is that it would be a convenience thing for the viewer, increasing the amount of time they stay. Because watching the ads doesn't stop them. If you watch 2 minutes of ads, that'll take you like 4 minutes to catch up, and you're watching the live stream again, and you didn't miss anything. And for some people, ads are just so bad that they stop watching Twitch. Which I find understandable. Twitch ads are awful because you get to see the same ads over and over and over and over and over again. They're terrible. I mute them immediately. And that's not doing them any good. If the advertisers find out that everyone watching the streams mutes the ads, the importance of their ads drops. But I am going to call it an evening here, because it is an evening. I look outside and the sun is set. Mind you, the temperature here is still hot. Today's high was only going to be 88. This is the first day in October where the high wasn't in the 90s or hundreds. I'll try not to work too damn hard. It's hard because I am such a hard-working... No, wait, that's not me. That's other people. I'm a lazy fat ass who sits around and plays computer games. So I won't work too hard. I can safely say I will not be working too hard. First day it's going to dip 50-ish here at night. Yeah, last night? No. Night before last. Night before last, the overnight temperature, the overnight low was 70. I am in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm in Silicon Valley. We don't get temperatures like this. The normal temperature for the month of October, the average high is, I think, in San Jose, it's around 80. That can't be right. It's got to be like 70. And it seldom gets below 60 or above 90. And this is the first day where we haven't had 90. Yeah, it's been incredibly unseasonably hot. Historically, in the Bay Area, we always get a couple of days in October of Indian summer. It's usually 3 to 5 days, 80s to maybe low 90s. For us to be in the hundreds for a whole week is horseshit. That's never happened in my entire life. There is a big difference between here and Texas, though. The humidity. We don't get humidity, but maybe a day out of every 3 to 5 years where you have both heat and humidity. Because we have the Bay Area has very, very cold water offshore. The ocean temperature is very low off the San Francisco Bay Area. And that it buffers the heat from getting too high and definitely the humidity. And it's why I am the world's biggest candy ass when it comes to humidity. I can't take it at all. I don't understand how people can live in a place that is both hot and humid. Because the few times I've been in it, I'm a whimpering child. That pretty much sums it up. I will be back tomorrow. Probably playing more of this. It's possible if I'm having more fun than I've been having so far with D4. I might be playing D4, but it'll probably be this. Yeah, the humidity is murder. I can't do it at all. Candy ass. I should have humidity candy ass tattooed on my forehead. But that's my plan. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Once you get used to it, I can understand. Sure, people who've grown up in it, they probably don't like it, but it doesn't really bother them anymore. But I was born and raised here in the Bay Area, and we're breeding climate candy asses around here. Probably be back playing this. Might be something else. We'll see. I do want to thank you guys very, very much for hanging out. As always, I very much appreciate it. I should be back tomorrow. I hope the rest of your Tuesday night goes great. And remember, if you can make it to here tomorrow night, you'll be coasting towards the weekend, assuming you work on Monday through Friday, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm back tomorrow. Hopefully you see me soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys. The cream and vodka will be arriving next week. I promise. Yeah, the dry heat is definitely better. Good night, guys. I mean it this time. No, really. Good night. Seriously. Good night. They're still here.